Happy New Year! It's 2011. Yes, that means in 2012, just 1 year from now, a little over a year from now, you will be graduating from high school. How many of you know what resources are available to you here at Lincoln High School? You're juniors now, and some of you have never even stepped foot in the counseling office. Where do you go when you need transcripts sent to a college or to a scholarship that you're trying to win? Do you know the answers to these questions?
Gear Up, Secure Best, and counselors.
We go talk to counselors, we try to get you credit recovery.
Credit recovery?
My counselor, you Gear Up advisors, advise you teacher, any teacher.
Okay. Anybody else you think of?
Now that I think of.
Alright. What about, what if you just need to talk to somebody? Like things
Any
you're having
teacher,
problems?
anybody.
Okay. That's it?
That's it.
They have some pretty good answers. Yeah, Gear Up. Your Gear Up advisors can offer you some resources. Your teachers, counselors, even your IJAG teacher if you have IJAG. Those are some great resources. But there are many, many more resources that are available to you here at Lincoln. We want to see you succeed so that you can move on in your life and hopefully move on to some form of post-secondary education. But today, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about the different resources that are available to you here at Lincoln High School, because it is time for you to start taking full advantage of the resources that are here. So let's take some time and meet a few folks that maybe you've never met or didn't even know existed here in Lincoln.
Primarily, we work with the seniors in this office. Our office provides all the academic records, and another reason we normally work with upperclassmen are they're the ones that are applying to colleges and requesting transcripts and need to know their GPA and their class ranking and that type of thing. And we also work with them in coordinating scholarship applications with their transcripts.
Okay. That's right. Miss Dorothy Davis, you want to remember that name, the registrar. She's the one who has all of your records, your transcripts, your grades, your credits. All of those are kept in her office. And she's the one you're going to want to talk to when you start applying to those colleges and they ask for your records. She's the one that's going to get those records to them and make sure that they have everything that they need. She's also the one that's going to have the records that you'll need to turn into for scholarships when you're trying to get that money. So don't forget that name, Miss Dorothy Davis in the registrar's office. Her office is right across the hall from the main office on the main floor. So you make sure you visit her. Come pop in and just say hi, so you can at least see where her office is and let her know that you know where she's at and you know what she can provide for you. Let's talk to a success worker and find out what opportunities and resources are available through the success caseworker and what possible resources are available to you.
I am Success Case Manager here at Lincoln, and what we do is, my goal is for each student to graduate. I work with students, I help with therapy services, I help with doctor's appointments, I help with getting their tutoring set up. Anything that helps a student be successful here at Lincoln, I do. I help your families, I provide help get services for your families and for students. Also, I help provide transportation. I help with clothing vouchers. If students are in need of clothing vouchers, I fill that information out for the families. I'm a go-between the families and the schools. If families need information from teachers, I also help with that. There are new guidelines for success. Success has changed over the years. There's 4 requirements. Either the student's failing in class, they're not involved in any extracurricular activities, their attendance is poor, and they have a lot of tardies. So any one of those 4 requirements would meet the need for me to work with.
Thanks, Heidi. There you go, another resource for you. Again, like she said, her job is to see you succeed in high school. Many, many more resources here at Lincoln that are just for that purpose, to see you succeed. So, how many of you been sitting in class and maybe you look in the back and there's someone back there kind of watching the class, watching your teacher, You maybe wonder, why are they in here? Look like they're maybe taking notes, writing stuff down, and things of that nature. Well, let me introduce you to who those are.
Hi, I'm Tabby Ravenberg, and I'm the school improvement leader here at Lincoln High School. My primary role here at Lincoln High School is to be an instructional leader in the building. So I do go around to classrooms every week and do walkthroughs in classrooms. I work with teachers on professional development. I also manage student discipline, and students can come to me for a variety of reasons. If they feel like they're being bullied or harassed, they may come and talk to me. If they've witnessed something, and I'll take their statement. If they've witnessed something, if they've lost something, they'll come to me. If they can't remember what time a meeting was or where it was at, they'll come to me. So just basically, I never know what kinds of questions I'm going to get, or I never know what students are going to come to me for. They may have questions about scheduling, things like that. I'm basically their first stop to as a resource, and then I may send them on to a different person. But I'm usually the person they come to because I'm their administrator for their academy, and I'm in charge of the science and engineering and trades academy, and each academy has a different administrator. Joy Lindquist, and she's in charge of the HEPS Academy, and Jamie Badger, and he's in charge of BFL. And Jeff Hummel is the vice principal. He's in charge of ACH. And then we have our leaders over at South.
Thank you, Mrs. Ravenberg. So, as you can tell, the SILs have a lot to offer to you as students, and of course their job is to make sure that your classroom is operating properly and that you're getting the most out of your educational experience. Now, let's talk about the counseling office. Yeah, the place that those of you that have been there probably think of as just a place to complain about your schedule because you don't like a class or a teacher or whatever the case may be. But guess what? There's a whole lot more that goes on in the counseling office. So we'll let Mrs. Kane explain a little bit about the counseling office and what they can offer to you here at Lincoln. So, check it out.
So this is the Lincoln High School Counseling Office, and in this office there are 4 counselors. Judy Clinton is in charge of the Health Education and Public Service Academy. Dr. Patricia Tice is in charge of the Arts, Communication, and Humanities Academy. I'm Allison Kane, Ms. Kane. I'm in charge of the Science, Trades, and Engineering. And Linda Adrians, Mrs. Adrians, is in charge of the Business, Finance, and Law. And our counseling department secretary is Donna McCullough. Our office really does a lot of things for students. We are responsible for not only some academic things, but also we are more available for personal and social things that might come up with you. We are also responsible for the testing that happens in the building. So whether that is the ITEDs, we coordinate all of that. The ACT, and you can get information on SATs through Ms. Clinton or one of the other counselors here. We also are really concerned with helping students plan their educational program. We will ask you a lot, what is it that you're interested in doing when you're finished with high school? Not because you have to know exactly what it is that you want to do, but it is real helpful to be able to guide the classes that you want, understanding that you might want to change at some point. Moving towards your senior year, we will start helping you with writing letters of recommendation, college application, making sure that you have your ACT done, which you should have done the end of your junior year. In April, all the juniors take it then. So a lot of academic things, but also a lot of personal and social things happen in this office. Any questions you might have, please feel free to come ask any one of us, whether it's counseling related or not. We can help you figure out where you need or where to go to get what you need and that kind of thing.
Thank you, Ms. Kane, for that insightful look into the counseling office. Now, here's another resource that I want to share with you. Some of you may have never even seen this man. Mr. King, he is the academic interventionist. That sounds pretty serious, but actually he's probably one of the resources that many of you, if you haven't gotten a chance to meet him, you're going to want to meet this man. His job is to make sure you graduate on time. So I'm gonna let him take it over and explain a little bit about what his office is about and what his role is and the resources that he can give to you as a junior here at Lincoln. So without further ado, take it away, Mr. King.
My name is David King, and my position here at Lincoln High School is academic interventionist. And that's just basically a fancy way of saying that I help students who are struggling in their classes. And that could be students who might be short of the credits that they need for graduation, or it could just mean that maybe they're having a problem with part of a class and they need a little extra help to kind of help them get through that part of that class so that they can successfully pass that class. Now there's lots of different ways that that can happen. One of those is through Ninth Block, which is after school on Mondays and Thursdays from 2:40 until 4:10 in the library. One of the things that we're putting together here at Lincoln is an academic support lab. And in the academic support lab, what we'll do is work with students on specific subjects to help them earn that credit for that subject. We'll use lots of different things to do that. One is the Apex computer program. We'll also be putting together a program that's called E2020. And we'll also be looking at some kind of project-based ways of earning credit for subjects, and we're going to kind of coordinate that effort here, and this room's going to kind of change a little bit. We're going to get some computers in here, and we're going to do lots of different things to basically help students be successful. So that's mainly what I do, is just help however I can to make students understand the work that they're doing, or find resources that will help that student to understand the subject that they're studying, and try to make them successful so that they can earn every credit that's possible during the semester and not have to take those classes over. Usually a student will be referred to me by a teacher or by one of the SILs, the school improvement leaders. Some students that we've identified already that are short on credits, a lot of those I'm going to that student and talking to them about their credits, and I'm working really closely with the counselors to make sure that we know who those students are, and we're providing them the resources that they need in order to kind of get caught back up on their credits and get themselves in a position where they can try to graduate on time with their class.
Thanks a lot, Mr. King. Now, these were just a few of the resources that are here at Lincoln that are available to you. Well, your number one resource here is actually your teacher. They're the ones that you get to see every single day. And of course, their whole purpose is to make sure that you're understanding the information that they're providing to you. Of course, they won't know that unless you ask. If you're confused, you gotta ask questions. You gotta seek them out and get the work and understanding that you're looking for. All the staff here at Lincoln are resources for you. We're here to see that you are on track to graduate, that you're understanding the work that you're doing, that if you have situations, even if situations are at home that you want to talk to someone about, that's what we're here for. We want to help you be all that you can be as a student. Here at Lincoln, if you ever have questions, you know where to reach us. Hit us up on Facebook. We're there. We got a lot going on. We got some events that are coming up, and we'll be posting those on Facebook. As a matter of fact, what we're gonna do for our Gear Up students, for each Gear Up student that gets on our page and clicks that they like us, we got a Gear Up t-shirt waiting for you in our office. All we gotta do is see that you are on and you're in. We got enough t-shirts for all of our Gear Up students. So get on board, come pick up a free t-shirt and find out all the things that we got going on for you this year. Again, it's 2011, getting ready to start the second semester. Let's make it a great year. Let's do something different to make this year better. All right? We'll see you around. Later.